right. How y'all doing tonight? Whew. I think we're going here. Let's see. Y'all got to let me know if you can hear me and see me because I just got to make sure I got my laptop on here. There we go. Y'all hear me okay? It's Friday night, guys. There we go. Lorna, Dave, Easy, Robert, Ali Roo, Bad Kim. What's going on, guys? Joanne, Mammy. Yeah, heads up with Joy. Well, we both have had a busy week. You can see I'm sitting back in my easy chair tonight. Oh man, we've just been working. Lots of stuff going on. So she may pop in here in a bit, but she is exhausted. I told her she can have the night off. Wasn't that kind to me? Uh, she asked. Yeah, she said she may pop in, but she's not going to be able to stay on very long. I don't think she's crashing pretty hard. Um, and I said, hey, we got a lot of good moderators here. She does well. You guys do a great job. I appreciate y'all being on here. You guys were on here starting early too. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit back and I got a little story to tell you. All right, so do you remember when you were kids? I mean, it's been you got to think way back for some of you. Okay, I mean, you got to really like look way back. No, I'm just joking. But back when we were kids, we could go all around the neighborhood. I mean, my mom would put us out the back door, and she would say, "No, don't come back until it's lunchtime," and she'd lock the door. And if we got thirsty, we had the garden hose out back, and we could go get some water from the garden hose. And she's not a barbarian, right? She's gonna make she's gonna make sure. I don't know if she's watching this tonight. So she took care of us. She made sure that we stay hydrated. So forget trying to go back in. It was time to go play. But hey, we got out there. We got into the woods, and we just get out there with some friends, and we'd be all up and down the neighborhood and to the different friends' houses. And that was back in the day that you could do that stuff, right? Y'all kind of remember that? It was a little safer back then. And I remember going to a friend's house, and they had set up this obstacle course. Okay, you talk about preparing for events in life. Sometimes events in life are things that we create, right? We're always worried about the SHTF situation. A lot of things that are the outside, events that are out of our control. Sometimes we create our own SHTF situation? It's true. We do. We're human. And some of us are a little nuts. So if you're hanging around me, we might be that like-minded, that crazy nuts. So here we go to my friend's house, and they've got this obstacle course back in the woods, and it starts off downhill. Okay, so we're on our bikes. Now they've been doing this for a week or so they kind of know what's going on. So they're like, yeah, follow us, and they go down a real steep hill, and then it's a sharp immediate left. And they have this log set up because there's this big drop off that's right there past that log. And so they said, stay on the trail. So I saw them, and they made that left with no problems. Well, it's my first time doing this obstacle course, and so I'm heading down this hill, and I'm realizing I'm going faster and faster and faster. I didn't realize till later in the story that they failed to explain to me that when you start getting down to where that log is, before you get to the turn, you should be applying your brakes. So you're skidding at that point so you can make that left. No one mentioned that to me. No one explained that to me. So I didn't realize that until I had become airborne and I was spinning in the midair going down into wherever this ravine was taking me. And you ever have something in life that you're like, yeah, this is an SHTF situation. Stuff was hitting the fan that day, okay? Have you ever had something, a choice in life? Now, remember, this was my choice to do this. This wasn't something, Mother Nature was throwing at me, or the government was throwing at me, This was me. So as I'm spinning in midair, okay, and I'm still holding onto my bike, believe it or not, I'm holding. Is my mom here? All right, Mama K's in the house. My mom's here, so I don't know if you remember this story, and I may not have ever told you this story. I can't remember. We kind of tell our parents things in life that you come to find out they never knew about, and it's kind of fun to watch their expressions. So I'm not sure if this is one of those moments in life, and so I'm spinning in air, right? And unbelievably, I'm still holding on to the bike. I guess in my mind, I'm holding on, feeling like this bike is going to keep me from reaching the end of this fall that I'm having. So I'm spinning in midair, and as I'm hanging onto this bike, I land flat on my back. Okay? Totally knocks the wind out of me. And I could barely, just enough to look up to see my two friends come running down the hill with their eyes like this, right? Like, what just happened? So they come running down the hill, they're sliding, they're coming down the hill, and I may or may not still be holding onto the bike. All I remember them is saying, "Why were you holding onto the bike still?" So believe it or not, yeah, exactly, Dave. That's where it all began. The bubble wrap is where it should have been applied on that day. It should have been. It started back then. So they're trying to help me breathe. I don't know how. I'd never had anything broken. I don't remember anything bruised. I could have hit a log. I could have hit rocks. I could have hit my head on something. I could have landed on my legs, on my arms. I was unscathed, and I don't know how. But that's sometimes when we do those type of things to ourselves. Even as preppers, you start making the wrong choice. Sometimes it's uneducated. Sometimes you rush into something before thinking it through. So, as a prepper, you always have to be mindful of that. We give safety lessons. We talk about having security, entering maybe a dark parking lot from coming out of the store, and not just rushing to your car with no thought or sense of your surroundings, right? So sometimes by us not taking a minute and making a good decision, as I did in my story, and if you've just jumped on and you missed my story, you'll have to go back and rewatch this. But just by making maybe not thinking it out all the way, sometimes we bring that SHTF situation to ourselves. So anyway, that was the story I was wanting to share with you guys today. It popped in my head. So I'm jumping on the comments now, guys. I wanted to check you all out. So guys, how are you doing this week? I'm kind of scrolling here. Yet, now that I'm paying attention to the comments, if you do have questions, please go ahead and put out in caps, like Bad Driver Cam just did. Yes, Scotty Drake had great news about his fitting, keeping him in their prayers. Thank you for reminding us of that. We've been praying for one of our subscribers, had an amputation, and they're getting some fittings for prosthetics and things. So far, so good. It sounds like it's going well. So thank you for doing that. Yeah, easy squeezy. I honestly I haven't made it back to a store at all yet. Like I said, work has been crazy busy, and just trying to get through these last few days. There's a lot of events and a lot of things coming up this weekend, so I'll be tied up quite a bit with some of that. And my wife also with work, with her school that school counselor that she's at, so she's super busy. But yeah, thank you, Yarn Prepper. And thumbs up if you guys don't mind, as we're kind of going through the night here, and I know some of you are in or out, and that's fine. But before you do get off the channel, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up button, it just helps the channel. and I appreciate for anybody that would want to take that second. Some people say, "Hey Jerry, I can't find the thumbs up button." Which, if that's you, what you have to do is hit the little X on the live chat, and it temporarily closes your live chat. Then you can hit the thumbs up button, and then just go back, hit the live chat, and it'll pull it back up again. So look for full cream. Is that what the best one is there? Easy. Yeah, luckily a lot of you guys put some very good tips on my Thursday video about the different types of the Nido milk and the powdered milk. I read all those. Lots of great information. I appreciate you all sharing a lot of that. And I enjoy looking for new products, and I like to learn from other people's mistakes and successes when it comes to food. And picking the right, like sometimes it's the same product, but they got 4 or 5 different varieties. Some people are like, hey, stay away from that one, but get this one. So I like that. I like to be able to go to the right one, the correct one that, and I can obviously tell for myself if I like it or not. But it's nice to have some guidance of people that have been in our shoes before, right? That's one thing I learned in life. Sometimes I'm still learning, but I'd rather learn from other people's mistakes and listen and keep my mouth shut and listen, or read the comments and learn from people's life journeys. And if they've made the mistakes, why in the world do I want to go out there and make my own mistakes? If I could have listened to somebody, I mean, to me, that's just the wise thing to do. Something I learned early in life, and I try to abide by that as much as I can. Rice shortage at Walmart. Ali Roo saying cannot order 10 or 20 pound bags. I don't know if that is across the board. I didn't stop to look what size the bags were at Walmart, but they were the 10 to 20 pound ballpark that I saw. Now, there wasn't a lot. So if that's on the board and that's starting to head, that'll probably start hitting my Walmart soon then, if that's something that's starting to happen in your area. Let's see, I'm scrolling down here. Yeah, thank you, Lorna. Yeah, Caps for questions. Oh, I see we have a couple different of our. Hey, yeah, I appreciate you doing that, JT. We have a lot of times, a lot of subscribers here at House of Prep also have their own channels, and they're always faithful, and they come in and they always are here either on the live or on our videos, and that's nice that we are able to take a minute and just kind of share with everybody that within our family we have other channels as well, and it's good for everyone to kind of network and to kind of see, everybody has different flavor, everybody has different taste, and it's kind of nice to be able to go and check out everybody else's sites as well and their other channels. So, Plus, how you doing? Let me see what's going on. Vicky was cleaning her pantry today and found a new sealed box of canning rings and lids. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's like hitting the lottery because some people are having a hard time. I saw somebody was at JT earlier, or Yarn Prepper, said they could not find lids out there. I think that was Yarn Prepper. And so, yeah, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, every once in a while, because I squirrel stuff away different places, and I went to the store and I used that, Old Spice, that 3-in-1 shampoo, body wash, and stuff like that. And they had it at the store. I was at a Walmart. This was a few weeks ago, and I picked up a couple of those bottles because I really like them. And I think because I already had some, but I like to stock up. And then lo and behold, I found a stash where I had already stocked up on some. So I'm set. I'm going to be clean. If there's an apocalypse or something that comes, Jerry here at House Prep, I'm going to be squeaky clean. I got plenty of shampoo, and but that's how we do. We find these little treasures troves. We forget. Oh yeah, I forgot I've got that hidden away, and I've got that put up. So yeah, Glenn, I'm sure I've still got some Oreos squirreled away, brother. And I could go for some Oreos right now, so I might have to go hunting here in a little bit and see if I can find some. Let me scroll up. I think somebody else, Ali Rue, was saying short story. Her husband doesn't understand fully her prepping. He found the book I'm writing about it. He said he has a better understanding. It was a big moment in our house. Oh, that's very cool. So he actually found your book and took the time to read it, and that shows that he's interested in what you're doing. That he's taking the time, even though he's not a prepper himself, and now he has a better understanding by reading. I think that's really cool. That's a good story, Ali. I appreciate you sharing that, and especially for people that have people. Yeah, Dave, I see that whistles the Old Spice commercial. Nice. But especially people that have spouses or close family members that don't totally understand, or they're not totally on board or something like that's a good example and a story that just again sometimes just be patient, and just taking your time and just doing what you're doing but not rubbing it in people's face and not doing, and that's not nice to see that he's understanding now and that he's able to connect with that. It's really cool. Oh, that's really cool, Ali Roo. Freeze dry those Oreos. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I had cut back on. I had to cut back on the Oreos a little bit. I had started hitting them a little too hard. And the last time I was at the doctor, not for weight. I don't really struggle with a weight problem, but the blood sugar issue kind of was starting to raise up a little bit. And they said, you're gonna have to make some little changes. And so I'm, yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's see, Buckeye fan, Bitcoin Moses. Uh, I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio, so I've kept my allegiances. I've got the little representation back behind me still. You can kind of tell. You can make it out. So, yep. And Nabisco's on strike. Yeah, JT, I was hearing that. So if I'm going to do it, I may want to at least make a run and get a few in stock, right? Even if I don't want to get into them right away. But that way, if the day I get a hankering, I'll have some. I have to tap into my Oreo fun. Yeah, we had a rough game last Saturday. I joke about sports just a little bit. We don't talk a lot of sports, but you got to bring it up because we're in college football season. It's a great time of year. It's the ushering in of fall. It just kind of all runs together, and I just love this time of year. But we had a rough game last week, so yeah. Thanks, Abra. Yeah, we had some good. Our offense ended up kicking in. The brand new quarterback freshman, he showed some things. I was pleased to see that under as much pressure that he was facing, being behind like that, he stayed within striking distance. And through the course of the game, wow, a lot of different opportunities to try to bridge that gap, and it just didn't happen. Defense just couldn't do it early in the game, and we just got in a hole. But overall, I like to see where we're headed. There's a lot of young, new players. So, all treasures in Kentucky. Okay, great. I'm glad you're here. Northern Kentucky. Yeah, you're not far. Just over the bridge. I had a lot of family that lived Somerset, Kentucky. And so we would go down into Kentucky off and on a lot, especially summertime. Spend some time with the great-grandparents and things down there. $5 on Tulsa. Man, if we lose that game, You might as well write off the season. Because our biggest hope now is Big Ten championship. So we'll see if we can muster up enough wins to get that done. Yeah, easy. Preppers don't hoard panic. People do. Um, yeah, that's a great reminder, guys. Sometimes you guys get beat up, and yeah, Bobby's Van World. I appreciate you being a trucker, buddy. I appreciate you all that you do. I know I've got a couple of friends, people that I know. Um, you guys are super important, and I know there's a lot of pressure on you guys. Lots of decisions you guys are have to make, and I feel for you. I know it's hard. So, and you're still trying to make a living. You're still trying to feed your families. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, but back to what Easy Squeezy was saying. Look, a lot of times you guys are out and about and you rub shoulders with people or here on YouTube, and you get people that point that finger in your face and try to, accuse you of being a hoarder and stuff. Don't let that push you down. Okay, you know better. You know what the truth is, and hey, Molly, I appreciate that. Fermented season is upon us. Nice, man. I appreciate that for thinking of me, Molly. Thank you. Dave, thank you, buddy. Carrot fun. Oh, all right. You've been talking to my doctor, haven't you? And David, I'm glad. I know you got hit hard there. You were sick for a good about a week or so ago, and you were down hard. So it's been so encouraging seeing you back up and running around and all that you've been doing. Ali Roo, I appreciate that. Yes. Oh, my soul. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I went out just to do some grilling the other night, and I wasn't even out there that long. I was kind of that running in and out thing, and I had already started getting bit by some mosquitoes. I don't even know where they were coming from. I've got those citronella plants outside. Joy bought some of those, the citronella candles, and then I'm just like a buffet for those things. If y'all kind of, there's an inside. I did a video a while back. I'd gotten eaten up by chiggers. If you don't know what chiggers are, that's okay. You don't want to know. They're like little demon bugs you can't see, and they will just chew you up, and you don't even know it till the next day, and when it's too late. And if you hadn't taken a bath or shower that night, they will feast on you all night long, and you pay the price for a week. So bug spray is now my new best friend. So thank you, Ali Roo. Yeah, carrot cake, Dave. That's what I'm talking about. So carrots for the carrot cake. I like how you're thinking about that, buddy. That's what I'm talking about right there. So I will take that and definitely get some carrots for that. Yeah, red bugs from Hades, Glenn. You're not wrong. I'm serious about this. I'm not joking. If you guys go out and pick blackberries like I did, or going out into the woods for any type, especially here in Tennessee, where I don't know what other states have them, but here in Tennessee they've got them. The red bugs, the chiggers, whatever you want to call them, and they don't mess. Okay, they don't play games. House of Job, yes, Lorna. That's what it felt like. Whew. I thought of Job when I was in the middle of that week. And I've been like, I know this is probably just still scratching the surface of what he went through as far as, when he was covered head to toe with boils and things. But I'm just like, if that's just a glimpse, I was like, oh, I couldn't imagine. I just couldn't even imagine. Yarn Prepper says freezing eggs in cubes are better than bagging because you can't get them completely out of a bag. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Now, when you put them in that cube, do you spray them like with any type of Pam or canola oil or something to kind of lube them down a little bit before you put the eggs in there, or they're good to go? They come out pretty easy. Because I've never done that. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I just personally haven't done it. Hey, Janet. Been busy. Yeah, good. And hopefully it's a good busy. Yeah, we've been busy here too. Robert said Texas had a Hurricane Nicholas. The stores had over an hour wait last Monday to get water and food. You would think people would learn. Yeah, Robert, good point. Um, yeah, yeah, easy. They love me for my Oreo and my Pepsi, Diet Pepsi blood that I have. You're right. That's probably why I'm getting eaten up. Yeah, but that hurricane, guys. Look, people, they're just not going to. It's not going to be now. Luckily, there are some here and there. And again, if you're new and you're watching this video, if you're live, look, feel free to jump in, ask questions if you want. If you need some encouragement, hey, this is the place to do it. I know we have fun. We talk about all kinds of fun, crazy stuff. Some of it's related. Some of it's prepping. Some of it's just fun, kind of getting to know each other because that's what it's a family too. It's a community. We'll stop on a dime and we'll help answer you as long as I see your question. Do it in caps, and if not, Lauren will get on to me and we'll make sure we get you. She's my backup on that. Hey Abra, I'm gonna say Skyline. I've had both, but it's Skyline every time. If I had to pick between the two, absolutely. Yep. So, but back to the hurricanes. Look, I lived in Florida for several years, and oh, Yarn Prepper, thank you for bringing that up too. I'll get back to the hurricanes. Yarn Prepper was putting reminder for the link and stuff. Yeah, anybody that shops Amazon, and that's almost everybody now, right? We shop stuff online all the time now, especially with the holidays coming up. If you guys don't mind, if any of my videos, you just go to my Amazon link. It doesn't matter what's on the link. You can ignore that if you don't. If you just go hit the search button, do your normal shopping, and as long as you had done it through my link and you just shop like normal, I get a small credit for that. It's a kickback for the House of Prep channel from Amazon, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just I don't see any of your personal information. It's just Amazon gives me a percentage for whatever you choose to shop on Amazon. It's great, and it's a lot of you do it already, and I appreciate you guys being faithful every month that you do your shopping. You do it through one of my Amazon links, so thank you. But the hurricanes, look, I lived in oh, yeah, Janet, the topic, stores low in your area, what's low? Yeah, we'll get to that too. Remind me of that just a second. So the hurricanes and things, I lived there, and people would wait to the last minute even to buy plywood. If there was a hurricane on the way, they would buy plywood, and then if the storm didn't really hit, they would try to take all that plywood back to Lowe's or Home Depot, wherever they were buying it, and they would repeat this every single year. They wouldn't just stay prepared. If they bought extra batteries and things, I hear people say, oh yeah, we just took it back to the store. Generators, till some of the stores finally had some rules. They said, look, buy this for this, and we're posting notice you can't return it. We're not accepting returns because you guys keep doing this every year. It was getting to be a problem. But people can't just stay prepped for some reason. They just can't do it, and it's just in their DNA. And it's sad sometimes just to see. And then when they go, it's like they're rolling the dice. Are they going to be able to get the items they need? It's like they're willing to roll the dice. It's like they're gamblers, right? They're betting on, can I get this stuff? Yeah, Angel, good question. Are your items coming with short expiration dates? I have seen that. Have you all seen that? There's been items in the store. I look at all the expiration dates of anything I buy now. So that's a great point. What a great lesson that we can learn right now. If you haven't been doing that, check your expiration dates, because there are folks all the time letting me know, hey, we're getting these short dated expiration dates where we thought we were buying it like we normally with the 2 years, and it's only got a couple months left. And so just keep an eye on that, okay? Yeah, Yarn Prepper, you're welcome. You're awesome. You're more than deserving of that. I appreciate all that you do, and that's definitely something that you're already putting in the work before you got the ranch, so it's yours. So you earned it. And so back to the question, the Nubian Queen, I think it was talking about items that we're finding that are short, and I thought that's a great question. And oh, thank you, Ali Roo. Christina G is new to your channel and prepping. Thank you so much, Christina. Yes, awesome. It's such good news to hear, not just somebody new to the channel, but somebody who's saying, "Yes, I'm prepping." It's encouraging. It's good to see folks that are doing it, and let us be an encouragement to you. And hopefully, you'll be here and a part of this community, and allow us to be encouragements to you as well. Yeah, Janet. So Janet was asking the question of what items that we're finding that we're short on. We talk about this a lot on our Thursday videos, but I love talking about it. I think it's important that we're still sharing information and we're still putting the word out there and letting people know, what's going on around there. So up until this past week, water was just for months. Water had just been constant battle. My wife knows. She'll tell you we had an unwritten rule. Whenever one of us would go to, it doesn't matter if we're going to Walmart, to Kroger, to HG Hill, Aldi's. A lot of you had Publix, Winn-Dixie, Albertsons. All these Costco, anywhere you guys go. It was an unwritten rule. If you see a case of water somewhere, go ahead and buy it. I know it's big, it's heavy, it's bulky, but let's get it. Let's buy the water and let's just get it into the house, because a lot of times we'll go to the store and we're both like, "Yep, couldn't find any water today. They were totally out." Sports drinks, your Gatorades, Under Armour, Powerade, finding so many sports drinks, empty shelves. Or you'll go there and they'll have that one flavor, or they'll have some of the singles where you're wanting to get maybe the larger one. They got the smaller. Those were difficult to get. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about pet food. A lot of people are struggling right now finding pet food for your pets, and sometimes folks forget to talk about that. But if you have a dog, a cat, hamsters, parrots, whatever family, they're your family. You don't want them to go without. If you and your family have prepared for yourselves, oh wait, we forgot to get the stuff we need. Litter for the litter boxes. Favorite treats. Just all these things that you're going to be like thankful that you have. If a serious situation comes that might shut things down even for a week or two, it's nice to have a backup for all that stuff. Lunch meats are low, Jerry G says. Lunch meats are low in stock. Yeah, I've noticed the lunch meats, what are the kids packs, right? Those little those were totally gone. In fact, when I went to Walmart, I didn't bring this up on the Thursday video, Lunchables, that's what they are. That Lunchable section was totally gone, and what Walmart did is took individual, those packs of the American cheese, the Kraft American cheese packs, single stack, single row, right across every single shelf where the Lunchables went. I'm just like, that's so tacky. They were just putting something there just to put something, just filling holes. And I know a lot of you see that. A lot of you have sent me pictures. Like, look what these guys are filling on the shelves of stuff that they're out of, So it's just fun to me. I enjoy going through a store and going through and taking pictures or whatever, and getting an eye on it, and just kind of seeing, well, what's hitting miss right now. Paper products have been months for decimated. I'm still finding paper plates and things, but sometimes it's every other week, and I just have to keep stock ahead, just stay, and I am. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to kind of see how it's going. Yeah, just in case of a bug out. Easy. Yep. I saw somebody said about eyeglasses. Oh, Yarn Prepper. Yeah. Update your look. Any medical stuff. Yeah, eyeglasses. I wear contacts. I have glasses as well, but I have a backup pair. But I need a new prescription backup pair, and that's something I need to go ahead and get that ordered because that's if you stay on top of that, something happens, you're like, okay, good, I'm covered. I've already got the most recent prescription. You want to be able to see well, you want to be able to function well. So backup contacts, contact solution. I'll have to make sure to bring that up on my Thursday video. Contact solution. A lot of times you don't even think about that, but yeah, if you can't go buy more or they run out, I mean that's a huge deal for someone that wears contacts. You really have to have that. That's something that's a need. Yeah, air filters. We talked about the air filters this week. That had been a struggle, finding the air filters and the costs of them going up. So luckily I found some this past week, and being able to have what we need, because that's something you use for your home. You got to have it for your AC unit. You don't want that going out on you. So you got to keep it maintained, keep it clean, keep the dust out of it. Yeah, good point, Lorna. Like when people are saying, hey, I'm noticing I'm out of this, it's nice to throw a general ballpark area of where you live. If you're comfortable with the city, do your city. If you're like, well, I'm just comfortable with my state, that's okay. It just kind of makes it nice as we're sharing the information. We kind of know ballpark, where some of these things are taking place, because we like to watch patterns and things. Regions. Sometimes things happen in certain regions, but not in other regions. It's something fun we do. We really enjoy that. We do that a lot for the Thursday video. And I encourage you, if you've never watched one of my Thursday videos, actually it's the very last video I did. So if you later on you're on my channel, just watch this past video right before this live chat. So I'm hearing people talk about some of their Walmarts no longer doing the curbside delivery. Like, when they bring out, you park in those little zones, right? And then they bring out your carts and things like that. Now, I know my Walmart's still doing it because they're in my way. They got them big old giant massive carts and these little people pushing these giant massive holding mechanism machines, right? They got cartons and crates, and they're packing the groceries in this thing, and they're trying to move it and maneuver. And let's be real, the aisles aren't even big enough hardly for two people to pass each other, right? So it's already jammed up. And that's not even talking about the pallets of stuff that now they're bringing out to stock the shelves. And now you've got these mega-sized carts jamming up the aisles. So I know my Walmart's still doing it. They're still doing you can see I'm a little bitter. I don't know does that come across in my tone in any way, that I get a little frustrated sometimes shopping at Walmart. And at the heat, it doesn't seem like in the middle of summer that they even run the AC. So you're sweating, you're dealing with people blocking the aisles and having conversations with each other. And then, you're sweating, you're frustrated, you're hungry. They're out of your favorite snack that had your heart set on. And then you go stand in line at the self-checkout that the scanner's not even working, and they have to come over and tell you that you're doing a horrible job, and you're not even getting paid to do that. So anyway, I don't know if it comes across. I mean, I might have a little bit of an issue, just a small issue with that. Decades old plywood, yeah. Plus, plywood's reusable. And if you keep it from the weather, keep it out of the rain, keep it away from the elements, that stuff, that's why it just boggles my mind how people in Florida just kept returning their plywood every time a storm would pass by. And just keep your plywood. I mean, just transporting it alone is such a pain. Just keep it. You can have it pre-cut, marked with markers, what windows, have them the holes pre-drilled, I mean, you can have your whole system set up in just, like you said, decades. You'd be set for decades. Miranda said Billings is still doing the curbside and delivery. All grocery stores and Targets are. Okay. So, yeah, Janet, you feel me? Thank you. Yeah. Yard Pepper said the green tube of the Johnson baby oil lotion is excellent bug repellent. It works great. I didn't know that. I think I got to stick with the DEET, the heavy DEET, that chemical that goes in that off or whatever the brand is that you fancy. I need the bring out the guns, the big guns when I'm dealing with pests, bugs, okay? Because I've been through it. I've been through the grinder. I no more. Yeah, Nathaniel, good to see you, buddy. Don't forget the lotion. Yep, it's miserable without it. The furnace filter size, 36. Amazon, good for a couple years. Nice. So, Dave, you haven't noticed anything? Okay. So, yeah, that's what some people had sent me some messages letting me know. Hey, Lawless, good to see you, buddy. I don't know. I think I saw you on earlier. I just forgot to say hey. Jay Moore's here. 90% of the shelf prices in JT's Walmart is wrong. I remember you mentioning that. Due to the CV, they have updated the shelves in over a month. Yeah, look, yeah, a lot of these places are struggling. Restaurants are struggling. My brother works in the restaurant industry. I have some other people that I know, places that I go. Oh, Thursday, on my day off, I was like, I want Subway. I just had, do you ever get that hankering for something? And you're just like, all right, I just really want that. I wanted a Subway. I wanted to get a big old Subway and a couple of their chocolate chip cookies, right? Because they're so good and they're good for you. So I went there Thursday, went to open up the door, I'm marching up there. I grabbed the door handle, nothing, can't open it. See a sign, they were closed for the day. I was like, well, no. So, what's today, Friday? We are still in the same week, right? Yeah, Friday. And so I went there today, and I even made a comment. I was like, hey, I said, yeah, I noticed y'all were closed yesterday, and I didn't see the two guys that I always go in and mess around with and joke with. Neither one of them were there. The backups, I think the owners, they might have been the owners that were there. And I could tell they were struggling a little bit and stuff, and I was just chit-chatting with them. And they said, yeah, it's because of sickness. And you know what that is. And they all share it. So, yes, that's right, Lauren. I went for the carrots. Yeah, the 2 carrots that they had there. That's right. Yeah. Don't tell anybody. Miranda said a lot of businesses in Billings limiting their hours due to the lack of help. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes our local places do that. We have a Sonic, and my wife and I were sitting one day. We were talking about, hey, let's go get something, drinks. We like to get their fountain drinks sometimes there, and we went to go on the app to pre-order it, and said it's temporarily closed. Well, that's what they do when, like you just stated, they don't have enough people to run a full day of shifts. They end up eliminating like the lunch shift, and they'll just have dinner only that or something. So that's been difficult. Hey, I know Patty probably won't be on here tonight. She had emailed me. She's sick. A lot of people know Patty. Patty works in a grocery store over on the East Coast, and she always is really good giving updates when she does tag updates and different grocery store things. But I just dawned on me. Make sure you're praying for Patty. I know she's got it right now. Bad driver cam, absolutely. Smart man. Yeah, go do it. Go do it, man. We appreciate you too. Yep, always faithful, always on every video, commenting, answering questions. So yeah, you go take care you do what's, remember, it's about priorities, right? Right, guys? I appreciate it. So many of you guys are here. You're subscribed. You like my videos. Sometimes I wonder why. But we have a great time. I appreciate all that you do, not just helping me, because sometimes I need help. I mean, a lot of you would be like, yeah, he needs a lot of help. And you have no idea. If my wife was on here, she would tell you. Which is good news too. I've been able to find, I'm still finding the cherry. I know a lot of you worry about that. It's the hat? Yeah, it's got to be the hat. All right, I'm just kind of scrolling back up here. Yeah, Bill, I'm not worried about using DEET, but you're worried about eating some Oreos. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just kind of on this health mission right now. I kind of take up a challenge, and I just kind of have, I don't know how long I'm going to really crush it. And once I feel like I've kind of changed enough things, because it's okay to eat some snacks now and then. It is. It's moderation. So when I get that hankering, sometimes that's dangerous. Yeah, the Under Armour hats I've come to like, and you can reverse them too. And they've got the little Under Armour insignia there. That's when I want to go gangsta. So, yeah, Melissa. Yeah, I think anyone with the first name Jerry just needs that extra bit of help. So you can feel me. You see where I'm coming from here. Yeah, Nathaniel. Yeah, it does. Yeah, just the slightest bit prepared. I'm not even talking about trying to convince people or to plead, to implore to people. I'm not trying to convince them, hey, you need to be zombie apocalypse prepared, right? That's not even that's not my go-to. So, hey, hey, cabin girl. Yeah, you love my thumbnail? Hey, I did. I did some soup canning. Did y'all like that? I did my soup canning this week. That's right. Gangsta hop. That's. But Nathaniel, you're right. Not even just the little bit is prepared. It's what when I try to like talk to people and try to get look, just get a backup to your stuff. Just the stuff you use, like your favorite food items in your home, your household. Just stay one backup ahead, and when you use something, write it down, and just always have a backup. And if you can just start with that, I mean, that already covers a few weeks. So if you've got a backup to everything that you use, I mean, you're already covering for most events in life, right? Right? Like a tornado comes through, a hurricane comes through, an earthquake, a power outage, a temporary grid down, or some kind of a small event that happens, a rush to the store where everybody runs to the store. You kind of cover most of your small events. But most people still won't listen. They just they just want to do that week to week living, that grocery store run to grocery store living. And they miss that one grocery store, they're not going to have anything. And I try to explain that, and sometimes you can't, they say lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink type thing, right? So, I don't know. Yeah. At least they started canning, right? Yeah. So how long will that keep? The way that I canned my soup, will that keep for a long time? Yeah, Jerry, you're right. One is none, two is one. Absolutely. Back up to everything. So Nathaniel, your friend, had a friend in Texas that went through everything in the 2020 and the power outage. It does not have any more than 7 days of food and toilet paper. So especially, if you've been through it, that should kind of let you know, man, you know, it can happen again. Yes, Scotty. To store the dehydrated water. Look, I hope you guys are stocking up on dehydrated water. This comes up from time to time, and we don't spend enough time on that. But if you haven't been stocking up on dehydrated water, you're missing the boat, guys. You can store it in just about anything. Cardboard boxes, plastic totes. It fits. I mean, every nook and cranny of your house, you can hide it. You can store it. You can put it in your garage, in your basement, out in the shed. You can put dehydrated water anywhere. The environment will not hurt it. All you have to do is add water to it, and you're good to go. I think we're going to be on a new marketing trend soon. I think we've been drumming up enough support for this dehydrated water, and I think we're on to something, guys. This would be the prepper's dream. All preppers would be able to do that. In fact, I need to dedicate a video on that. I just had an epiphany. Trust me, there will be a video with me demonstrating dehydrated water. Would you all like to see the video on that? And I just lost 2 viewers that just jumped off. I told you, you just don't ever know what to prepare here. Yeah, they're dropping like flies now. Everyone's like, all right, we're done with this guy. This guy has lost his mind. We gave him a chance. We were watching his live. And as soon as he started talking about dehydrated water, we're gone. We're out of there. We thought he was cool. The hat's backwards. He's talking about Oreos and this guy's lost his mind. What's wrong with this guy, House of Prep? Yeah, that's Ali Roo. That's the only bad thing is sometimes we freak out. It's gonna happen though. I'm sorry. That's just how I roll. I'm wired that way. Sometimes I just got to go off the deep end. That's just how I am. And you all have seen videos just snuck in just every once in a while. And if some of you all that haven't been watching me a long time, you're gonna have to hunt for them. But I got a couple crazy videos, just fun, just offbeat, just different video, just peppered in. Just every once in a while, I'll drop one in there just as a curveball. Yeah, it keeps people guessing. Oh, Glenn, did he really? Oh, so I'm not the first one. I'm still going to do it. We're still going to have a demo. Oh, my soul. Yeah, maybe Gary can do it. My twin brother, non-prepper. Yeah, that would freak him out. Yeah, I'll have to give you all my recipe. Uh-oh, I got an alert. Thank you, Lorna. That's a good alert symbol right there. That caught my eye. Those little red alert. That's the official I missed a question alert. Oh, easy. Storing dehydrated water in balloons. I love it. All right. Did you... Oh, there's one, Glenn. Glenn said, did you hot water bath those or pressure can those? I did one of each. I tried them both ways, and I was extremely happy over the success that I had with canning soup for the first time. Oh, I see another one. Lorna said, scrolling up for missed questions. Easy said, "Hey, Ali Roo, you can." Oh, okay. Hold on. My crazy dog is named Jerry. Thanks, Kathleen. He doesn't need help. I do because he's insane. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, Yarn Prepper officially like real canning. I have not yet. I still have the jars. I still have a couple flats of jars that I had bought in preparation for my canning journey, but I haven't began that yet. Okay, here we go. Janet says, and I hope I'm catching these, Lorna. Make sure that if I'm missing something else, you might have to re-ask the question for me. Janet's asking, what's your thoughts about having petty cash stashed somewhere? I do. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big, firm believer on having some extra cash just put up in your home or somewhere that you have immediate where you can get to it, hands on. It's liquid, cash. You can have it in case whatever in this world throws another curveball and it entails maybe the banks or the ATM machines and no power or whatever the story is, and you can't get it from a machine or a bank, and you need hands on some money. Absolutely, have some cash on hand. I'm a firm believer on that. Yeah, small along with any large denominations, have small denominations because people aren't going to be able to give change, which we see a lot of stories about that with coins, right? A lot of people say exact change. So, yeah, good point. That's a great talking point. All right, Lorna, I think, how'd I do, Lorna? Did I get them? Yeah, plus gangsta hot. Aw, hey Alexis. AK, there's my daughter. I always like it when she pops in from time to time. Yeah, Janet, the gardening is over now for me for the summer. We're going into fall, so I'm done gardening. It was a good run. I got plenty of tomatoes, cucumbers, squash. The green pepper plants have stayed the exact same size with the exact same amount of leaves, and no matter where I've fertilizer, water, sun, no sun, they're still there alive. They're just not doing anything. They're not growing. They're not producing. Um, they're existing. So, but I've allowed them to still exist. But the rest of the stuff, if you've heard some of my past stories, my fights with the cucumber beetles, the elements, the sun, I did them on the deck this year. I'm thinking that the deck might have been a little too hot for them, with them being in the 5-gallon buckets and such. Now, look, they were lush, they were green for a long time, and I got a lot of good success out of it. I learned a lot. And again, a lot of the fighting all the critters and things that wanted to eat them. And my area I learned. But when my wife and I got that sickness, right, and we were out of commission for a couple weeks. We weren't out there that hands-on. Sometimes you got to give them when you're battling all that stuff, and they started going, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. We've lost that rest of that battle, but yeah, cucumber bugs, Dave. Yeah, you face some of those. You know what I'm talking about. And once they get going, and then I found out later their saliva gets into the plants, and that creates a bacteria that you can't get back away from. You can't get away from it once, even though you might have gotten rid of the cucumber beetles, they left their mark, and that's what happened to most of my plants too. So I learned a lot. It's things for next year, how I'm going to do things and be better prepared for some of that. Yeah, Klingon Princess. Yeah, Acme. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that. That's a great idea right there. Dollar store items, good to barter with. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, barter, dollar store, if not for bartering, but for those little gift baskets that you can give your family that said, hey, I'm going to come to your house, when everything hits the fan and I'm just going to come to you for supplies. You hand them the little gift basket of stuff from the Dollar Tree and say, there you go. Bye-bye. Right? Is that too mean? I'm being a little ornery tonight, you know. Are you guys having fun? I hope you guys are having a good time. Yard Prepper was asking, oh, first of all, yeah, CK, always have cash at home. Yep. Yeah, you learned it from your parents. And that's the best thing. Just keep passing that information down generation to generation. That's the way to do it. So Yarn Prepper was asking or saying for anyone afraid of pressure canning, get an Instant Pot Max at Pressure Cans, but only the Max. That's what I use. Nice. I see you, Judy. Too much Pepsi. Yeah, let them work for it. Yarn says, I make go away bottles. Let's see, go away bottles of rice from Dollar Tree tea bottles. Huh, that's a cool little thing. I've never heard them called that. It's cool. I like that term. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, man, you go do your thing, buddy. I appreciate you being here, Dave. Thank you. Yeah, because we're probably going to start wrapping it up anyway. I know you gave the 5 minute notice here in a little bit, and I've been rambling away. So yeah, I try to respect everybody's time because people live in different parts of the country. People have different jobs. People have different priorities and things going on. So I like to be respectful of your time. And I appreciate you guys for being here and for people that take the time to participate. I'd like to give another 5 minute notice. Okay. The plane is descending. Okay. So put your seats in the upright position, put your trays up. We're kind of coming down here. So, let you know. But before you get off, look, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, or if you're watching this later in the week, please subscribe. It's a great group here. It's a good, fun group. We try to stay away from a lot of the drama. I think you would have a good time. And just look, we try not to take it, even though prepping is serious, we just don't try to take it too seriously. I mean, you don't want to run your life into the ground by being fearful and living in fear and prepping out of fear. We prep for, it's fun. I sometimes call it a hobby, but we're doing it for a lot of right reasons. We love our family. We like having the insurance. We like having the freedom to take care of ourselves and not dependent on other people or other things. So it's a good group, like-minded group here. And if you kind of fit into that category, just go ahead and jump on in and subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button yet, yeah, please, guys. Thanks, James, for reminding us on that too. But yeah, hit the like button. It kind of helps with the whole, the algorithm thing of the YouTube and things. It helps promote the video to get out there and hopefully more people see it. And I like to, when we reach people who are for the first time searching YouTube for prepper ideas and how do I become a prepper and what do I do? And that's kind of what got me started in this, is trying to be down to earth. I'm just an average guy, just doing kind of like what you're doing and just maybe a different level. We all have different levels of prepping. We've all been doing it for different years, and we take it with different degrees of seriousness or what level you want to get to. We have different goals. We have different thoughts of where we feel we're comfortable at. And that's okay. We're allowed to be different. So yeah, guys, good night. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. And you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your night. And then you guys have a good weekend. Life's short. Have some fun. Mix it with all our prepping and the work we're doing. Make sure you get some things in life. Make memories with your families too. And a lot of you do. So you guys take care. Have a great night. And I'll talk to you guys later this week.